Every creative person has their own living situations. Some creators have roommates, other creators stay with family, yet a few lucky creators have the luxuries of having a home with multiple rooms that all serve a separate purpose. However, your performance as a creative all reflects on your lifestyle, your choices, your attitude, how you dress, act, and how you set your physical and mental health. And as for myself, well, I kind of live with a complicated family, we all been there, so I'm kind of turning my room into an all-in-one mini home. And that's where the Francis Loft Bed comes into place. A well-constructed company who designs the best beds that fits the needs for creators like me. Wagwan, my name is Tyski, and if you're new to my channel, I'm a creative filmmaker spreading my creative vibes. And in this video, I want to bring you a tour of my space. So what does the Francis Loft Beds offer? They offer a variety of home furniture such as bunk beds for doubles, triples, and L shapes, platform beds, mattresses, beddings, and accessories. So finding the right bed was not going to be the problem. So here's my reasoning why I wanted this. As I graduated high school and shifted my way into college, the demands for needing a better space for me just started to become very important. I'd edit videos wherever I can, in my bed, the kitchen, the library, at the school, or even at my second job when I was lucky enough to have a table and a decent amount of downtime, as long as I did the work pretty well. But knowing that I'm always on my computer, I just wanted a dedicated office space. So after doing some research about the Francis Loft Beds and seeing that this bed actually might be a super good fit for me, let me tell you, utilizing the Y-axis in my room for sleeping area gave me tons of X-axis space. What I enjoy about this bed is how sleek it looks with the all black look on the bars, the stand, and even the ladder. And this bed has very strong durability. I mean, I would know, I live in California. Matter of fact, if you happen to live in LA or at least seen the news about LA sometime around August through September of 2024, at one night just ended up happening around 2 a.m. And I think it's fair for me to say that most of everybody woke up from that, but on my bed, it didn't creak, it didn't shift or crack of any sort, not even once. Now when getting this bed, it comes with the ladder, but you also have the choice to get stairs. So the stairs weren't really a substitution for the ladder, it was just more of an add-on, meaning the ladder comes in for free, but you're still gonna be paying more for the stairs. I just felt like, well, let me just try the ladder first and then see where that goes. And turns out I kind of like the ladder a lot more, mainly for space utilization purposes. But the process of building this bed has just been very fantastic, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. But when getting a bed like this, you gotta invest into two separate things. One, what are you doing before you get the bed? And two, what are you doing during the time you get the bed? So here's how I planned when I got this bed. And if you're trying to get a bed like this, then use this as a guideline. For me and my lifestyle of being a filmmaker, I focused on my sleep space, my workspace, entertainment space, cooking space, and also my workout space. Once I figured out my visualization, I just moved on to measurements. All I had to do was go to the Francis Loft Bed site and see all the available options for bed sizes. I currently have a queen size bed, so I chose a queen size loft model. And if you're not too familiar about bed sizes or what makes sense, feel free to pause this video to see the dimensions or click on the link below to check your own sizes. However, if you're just wanting a new mattress overall, they definitely got you covered. Next was to check the size of my room. We're talking about length, width, and height. To do so, I needed the tape measurement tool and a colored tape for marking. And once I measured my room's height, width, and length from the floor to the ceiling to the walls, I was able to make my decision. Lastly, I set the marking points to all the measurements that I was aware of how much space that I would have when the bed would come through. Now, putting those markers really was important only because I set it up for one direction and I make sure you can see what it looks like if the bed was facing another direction, just so I can have some options. So before my bed was even delivered, I was notified by Francis Loft when I will be available for the week prior, which I find it crucial to have a dedicated day to build this bed. The first thing I did was open up all the boxes and find the manual page for building this bed. Then I took all the given screws, bolts, and tools provided to me and organized it at an OCD level. And trust me, this will come clutch on a later on step. And again, if you had that type of mindset like me, then you'd rather watch a tutorial video than reading the manual page and its photos there. So luckily, when you go back to the website and you scroll down from where you purchased the bed, you can actually see a tutorial video that shows you on how to preparize and build this entire thing.
I believe it. I'm just at the
How else are we supposed to put the boards in?
Like this. There you go.
Oh, let's flip that way. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking spinning it around.
Oh my god.
I was so lost, and yet I'm so glad he figured that out.
Alright, so the original plan was I was going to build this bed by myself regardless with or without somebody because I just really wanted this bed sorted out. But luckily the homie came through and it really saved me so much time. But after he left, I ended up doing the majority of it myself, which is super self-explanatory. Building the ladder was not that hard either because the ladder is pretty much already built. I'm just putting 2 other stand bars to make it actually grip. Last thing was just setting up the poles for protection measure reasons, and I was locked in. But in the process of building this bed, this was the main fun part about it all, the customization. When it came for my lights, I used the LED lights. They're 100-foot lights, but I used 2 of these, so it's 200 feet. And overall, putting them on every single corner of the bed was very challenging based on the position that I had to like kind of squat down and still look up simultaneously, and it was very drainful for absolute dumb reasons. But it was super worth it, considering that one end can start from one side and the other end can start from the other, and I just made it loop around just to make it seem like it's a seamless non-stop going. And I actually felt like it was pretty cool, especially when I'm able to change any color that I desire. Let's see what my reaction would be for this. Yo. Alright. This is dope. My whole editing station is going to be so locked in. Overall, I think I like these for sure. Now for my table setup, I had this for quite some time, so this was going to be perfect for me when I had all the equipment that was right for this. But when I started off with this desk, I wanted to have one of those rising monitor stocks where it has some USBs at the very end and I can charge some other minor things, along with the phone charger where I can place my phone and it charges my phone, so that's actually very, very useful. And the fact that it's a 2-bar was kind of cool. Putting my computer desktop right on the top side seemed very great, only because I've always had it underneath my table, but this was also cool. And then underneath my desk was to have a space to put all my hard drives along with my console there in case I just want to fire some games out. And overall, my setup turned out very, very well. Next was the curtains, and I think the curtains was a very, very great idea, only because when it's super hot and I have the AC in here, it cools down in here super nice, versus when it's super cold and I have my heater in here, it warms up this specific area super nice. And I feel like if I can just work in a nice, comfortable temperature of an environment, it works out perfectly, because there were times where I'd be editing and my room's too cold and I'm bottled up, and like the heater's only heating up parts of my room but not a section where I needed to heat me up the most, vice versa with the AC. So it worked out perfectly in my favor. Next was my charging dock station, which I am super stoked to finally have this charging dock station. It took me some pre-planning, but after going to IKEA and grabbing me a board, adding Velcro tapes along with adding the Velcro attachments onto the charging blocks made more sense to actually place more placements here and there so I can construct out the layout what it's going to be along with the wiring. Now I'm not no professional, I can hide my wires through the walls type vibe, but look at this. This is as best as I got, and it was like, you know, it's still kind of clean, you know? So I really, really, really like that concept. The artwork was super important for me to add is actually done by friends and family. I only like that because it just means more specialness to me, because it's, you know, I had a family or a friend just made it. So now I can actually picture them and just kind of visualize it. It just brings a nice taste inside the office. Now for the overall review about this bed, here's my 1 month review. My sleeping pattern has changed for the good. I don't like to watch TV when I sleep anymore, considering that I purposely made it very hard for me to watch TV comfortably in bed. I don't sleep with my phone often, and I leave it in my office to ensure myself to separate from sleep versus procrastination. But doing this has helped me change my mentality for the better on being a creative. The height of the 9-foot bed feels right for my 9-foot ceiling, and even though the 10 could have actually worked very well, but I do like that the 9 didn't really limit me from choosing the 8 or the 10. The metal that constructed the bed is high quality with premium aluminum materials, so it's like super durable. And literally within 1 month, I was feeling so great. After 4 months of having this bed, my opinions changed. Climbing up the ladder multiple times has changed my mindset to take care of my personal tasks to ensure that I don't have any reasonings to climb down once I'm up. But having company was also another thing that I had to change my mindset on. When my bed was lowered, it can be easily used as 4 people can sit on the edge of the bed, but normally I just invest into some high quality stools and just call it a day. Lastly, overall is just my mindset over these past 4 months that just went by. The fact that I have my own like entertainment space where I can just game and just chill, have fun. But when I do get hungry, I also have my own kitchen space. Air fryer, microwave, kettler, mini fridge. Otherwise than that, it's just like very simple. The workout space that I have is entirely great. But not other than that though, it's also a very good play space. Kendama has just been a thing that I really enjoy when it comes for like my open mindset set, but having the space for it, it just makes more sense for me to have this as my workout space too. But overall, I'm super happy having this loft bed, and it's really changed my perspective, my living style, and how I do things and operate. So super stoked. Thank you, Francis Loft Bed, for even allowing me to even make a video such as this and giving it to you guys as a gift in return. This has been great, and if you guys are actually planning on getting a loft bed like this so you can build your own creative space, then feel free to check down the link in the description. I can just kind of guide you over to here. Otherwise than that, if you like this video, then feel free to like the video, and if you want to see more content like this, then feel free to subscribe. It's entirely up to you guys. Once again, my name is Tyski Ty. Make it do what it is, but it doesn't. I'll see you guys in the next video.